Mike. 53, Mike. I'm coming after you.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
That's mine. I got him.
To throw, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. A dump off to Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Pick me up. Here we go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
53, Mike.
Alert!
Set.
Go!
To throw again on second down. Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Allen taking it himself. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. A first down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
12 at the Browns' 43-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now this time, Allen will throw to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
53's the middle. Check 53. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Five.
Regular.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Steps away, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Joe Schobert able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Trick pass. Watch twist. Watch twist. You go tank. You got
on third down, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, Mike, 319. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Alert. Go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
51, Mike 51. I'm coming. Go, Mike. Mike 50.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, Ebron with it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice hit, boy.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, man.
Go, Mike, 51. Alert! Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming across. I got him.
And again, it's Allen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
Come on, come on. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Allen to throw once more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on second down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 1. Mike 1.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Wide. Get wide. Here we go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Open man here is Foster. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
A 14-yard gain.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. short little throw to Ebron. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
That's it. Big hit.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run it with Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hurry!
Here's Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
Allen now looks to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Tight up. Chance. He's tracking. Crash.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
56.
51, Mike.
Hey, exit.
Heavy on the edges. Go, Mike, 51.
56, 56.
Switch.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Shoot! Alert!
6-6, pull it high.
51 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh.
All 52. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Right here.
Here's Allen. And Stills bringing it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
26 yards.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Undercrunch. Rush in. Check 43. Check.
Hey, alert!
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Good, 180.
When's the mic? Watch one. Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, alert 33.
So Mike,
Hey, zoom.
you can't block me.
Mike one.
Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Hurry.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. It's just me and you.
Now Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Mike.
Round 80.
Mike.
Regular.
Twist.
Hey, box drop.
Check 53. Watch the pass. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On first down, Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Blue draw Corker.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Switch.
Come on.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Line 19.
51. Watch the screen. Ringer, got it.
Pass. Check.
Hey, Orbit.
Coming to you. 51, Mike. Mike, 51.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. Stills the intended target.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
The Browns' drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
49. Check 49.
A First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
It's now third and less than a yard.
Check. 180.
Alert,
Alert, alert, alert.
Blue down.
Hurry, hurry.
Back. Sponge. No.
Hurry, hurry.
So Mike's number one.
Kings.
It's a party now. Mike one.
22 jet bomber.
Check 31.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
When's the mic? Watch one. Watch the run. Hey, they're running it. Check three.
Real.
Watch the edge. Shift. Watch the shift.
Chubb.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 31-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180.
You remember me?
Regular.
Yo, baby. Hey, check 24.
Pistol.
Watch the
What's that?
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Go.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Point it right.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Up. Hurry.
Next to the one. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
What's that?
Mayfield now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Gerald McCoy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Up. Alert.
Hey, Haywood.
Where's the mic? Watch one. I got one.
What's that?
To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Foster. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch one. Watch one.
We own them. We own them.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Rock Ya-Sin, a rookie 2nd-rounder from Temple, there to make the play.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it took a while to get something, anything, on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
So the question now becomes, can they make this one stand up? In the way that these defenses have played, those 3 points almost look like 30, don't they?
Yeah, those 3 points look like a miracle right now.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up.
Hey, echo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
He don't know no better.
Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine.
Now Allen throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
25, check 25, check 25.
Big Dad.
Alert, 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 alert.
Under 10, under 10.
Hey, alert 33. Pilot, 64, weak.
Twist. 6 guys, check 6.
And again, it's Chubb. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, 180.
I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check 24.
Hurry, hurry. Check 13, check 13. What's that?
A run for Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. That guy just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
51.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here I come. Here I come.
51's Mike. Mike 51. You ain't going nowhere.
Allen gonna go on 4th down. Ebron caught left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here.
180.
Runs the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Push it back.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, well, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense